This video is going to go about showing you how to beat Vosik the Archpriest, who's the first boss you will encounter in the Wrath of the Machine raid. But before we get to Vosik, first have to get inside the raid, so let's quickly go over how you open the door. When you first spawn into the raid, there's going to be 3 foundry spinners. There's going to be one in the middle, there's going to be one to the right, and there's going to be one to the left. So this is the middle one right here. You're going to want to split up into teams of 2, 3 teams of 2, 2 middle, 2 left, 2 right. Think of it like the VOG beginning. You're protecting 3 areas. So this is left foundry spinner, and then over on the other side of this upper platform is the right foundry spinner. So what we're going to be doing with these foundry spinners is we're going to be charging them. You see all these white beams of light that are coming out across the map. These are voltage charges. You're going to designate somebody, 1 to 3 people, to run and collect these voltage charges. You need 4 to be fully charged, and then you will be able to dunk on any foundry spinner that you want. So if you pick up one of these charges, you see the timer in my left hand corner, you have that amount of time to collect another voltage charge. If you do not do it in that amount of time, you will die. This isn't a darkness zone, so you will be able to respawn. You need to collect 4. Once you've collect 4 voltage beams, you will be fully charged. Once you're fully charged, you can dunk, but you see I still have a timer. So I need to dunk on any foundry spinner I want in that allotted time, or else you will die. And you are charging these foundry spinners. So usually my team has 2 runners. You can have 3 runners if you want. You can have 1 runner if you want. I would suggest 2 because if you do have 3 runners, it can get a little crowded and there might not be enough voltage to go around. People that are protecting the foundry spinners, you need to protect them from huge shanks called voltage eaters. If you're in the middle, your voltage eater will come out of that door right in front of you. There will be some adds on your right and left. It's just like VOG in the sense that Praetorians are the only ones that can overtake the plates. Voltage eaters are the only ones that can affect the charge of the foundry spinners. Other adds will not affect that. So focus on the voltage eaters. I would suggest having a sniper rifle on and a rocket launcher or a machine gun. So if you're on right spinner, your shank will come out of that door right there. And if you are on the left side, on the left spinner, your shank will come out of that door right there. Now we can get into some clips of a real run. I am on right spinner right now. I have a voltage eater coming, and they will spawn periodically, so you have to keep an eye out for them. You don't want them to get too close to you. And you have to be wary of the boss, because the boss will shoot at you and he will teleport around the map. So just keep an eye out for him, because he does wreck. If you are a runner, you also need to be careful about not running too close to the boss, because the boss has a melee stomp here, and if you get too close to him, you will get wrecked. Once you do get 5 fully charged dunks, the foundry spinners will start spitting out little Siva charge bombs that you are going to be throwing at Vasek. Now, if one of the voltage eaters gets to one of the foundry spinners, it might take more than 5 dunks, but if none of the foundry spinners get any of their charge taken, it will only take 5 dunks. So this will be the 5th dunk right here. And you can dunk on any foundry spinner you want. It doesn't matter. They equally charge. So you could dunk on the same one 5 times. And once it is charged, it will start spitting out these Siva charges. You will pick up these Siva charges, and then you will huck them at Vasek to take his shield down, and then you will be able to do damage. You want to keep throwing the Siva charges even after his shield is down, because these Siva charges do a whole lot of damage, and it's just going to make this first encounter of getting the door open go a lot faster. They do 100,000 damage, and then once his shield down, you can shoot rockets, use your tethers to help everybody else with their damage, and use snipers. You will then repeat this process. Vasek's shield will go back up, and then you'll have to charge the foundry spinners again, and you'll rinse and repeat until you do enough damage for him to teleport out of here. You get him down to about 10% health, and then he teleports back up into the raid, and the door will be open, and you will be able to move on. You'll see here, Vasek retreats, and the door will open, and you'll be able to enter. Now we can go over the Vasek fight when you're actually going to be able to kill him. And it has some of the same components as the very beginning of the raid with throwing those Siva charges. So you're going to want to split up in 3 teams of 2 again. 2 middle, 2 left, 2 right. I would have the highest light people in the middle, because the middle is a bigger pain. There's not as much cover, and Vasek will focus more of his shots on the middle than people on the left and the right, just because there's a lot more cover to hide behind, and Vasek, not necessarily will see you. Adds will be coming out of these lanes on the right and left, and if you're in the middle, adds will be coming down on the middle platform right there, these little steps. So Vosik's, he's going to be up in the back there on his own little platform. So what you'll need to do is ads will spawn, and you're going to do damage on ads. Once you clear out a first little initial wave of ads, more ads will be spawning during this part, but then you will hear an audio cue, just kind of like in PoE, that loud, siren to alert you of stuff. And SIVA charges will then drop from the ceiling. There will be a SIVA charge for the middle, a SIVA charge for the left, and a SIVA charge from the right. Now these SIVA charges will not drop in the same spot. They could drop in the way back, for example on this right side, or they could drop all the way up here where ads will be spawning. So you need to be very careful when you do retrieve your SIVA charge. For the middle, the SIVA charge can spawn right here on this platform, which is very dangerous because a lot of ads will be there, or it could spawn back here, and then left side, it can spawn in the way back, and just like right side, it could spawn all the way up front. So I would suggest to have 3 people always picking up the SIVA charges. The same 3. 1 for middle, 1 for right, 1 for left. Designate those people. You need to throw together. My team does a 3, 2, 1, go countdown, and we throw all of our SIVA charges together. And just like the beginning of the raid, when you're opening the door, those SIVA charges are going to take Vosik's shield down. You need to hit him with 9 SIVA charges in total for his shield to go all the way down. You need to throw them together. You cannot throw one and then the other 2 people throw theirs like 10 seconds later, because majority of the time they're not going to count. Now, if you're like a second or 2 late, it's going to still count, but you just can't have a wide variation of when the first one hits and then the next 2 hit. So you want to do it all together if possible. Hence why I always do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, go. Whatever works for you, throw it on 1, or you all meet up in middle and throw together. Whatever works for you. What works for us is we just throw from our respective sides on a 3, 2, 1, go count. If you do miss throwing a SIVA charge, because he does strafe back and forth a little bit, don't panic, don't worry. It's totally fine to miss a charge. It's just going to prolong the encounter. So after you throw the first 3 SIVA charges, you see all the TVs in front of me, they're all staticky. So after you throw the charges, a symbol is going to pop up on one of those TVs. And you're going to need to shoot that TV screen. So after you throw your SIVA charges, after about probably 15 to 20 seconds, a symbol is going to pop up on one of those TVs. And you need to be quick. You need to be on it. It only gives you a few seconds to shoot it out. Once you do that, more ads will be spawning during all of this. Then 3 more SIVA charges are going to come. Okay, and then you're going to throw those 3, and then another TV screen is going to come, and you need to be on it. It could be top left, top right, bottom left, middle. You just got to call it out, and then everybody can team shot it, and it's really quick if you have 3 people shooting it. Once you do that second phase of 3 SIVA charges and a TV, more ads are going to spawn, and 3 more charges will spawn. Once you throw those charges and they hit, hopefully you hit the previous 6 charges for a total of 9 hitting him, his shield will be down. And you'll be able to meet up in the middle or wherever you want to meet up and just go ham on Vasek and do as much damage as possible. You will only get a limited time to do damage on him, so hunters have tethers, titans have weapons of light bubble, use rockets, use your sniper, and just go ham on him as much as you can. Once you do damage on Vasek, okay, after about, I'd say probably 15 seconds into doing damage, you will then hear another audio cue, and that will drop 2 big SIVA charges, and these SIVA charges do 100,000 a piece. You need to designate 2 people to always do it. It's just easier. They might spawn both in the back. One might spawn up on the front middle platform right there by the steps. So they're going to change where they spawn at, and you need to grab those 2 teammates, and the second you grab them, go up and throw them at Vasek, and that's going to do 100,000 a piece. Then once that happens, he will then call upon SIVA Density Critical, which will pop up in your left-hand corner. To survive this, you need to make it to one of the 4 rooms. There are 2 on each side. There's back right and front right, and there's back left and front left. 1 or more of these doors will be lit up in orange, which you'll see once we get into an actual run with everything in motion. You need to make sure to go to the same door as a team, because you only get to use each door 1 time to survive. So my team always has somebody looking for right door and somebody always doing for left door. So you can do damage on Vasek, and when the 2 big bombs come and those people are about to throw, look to the right just to see which one of those doors is lit up. Person on the left, same thing. You got to move maybe 2 to 3 feet to the left, and you'll be able to see which one is lit up. So you're doing damage. The big mines are just now getting thrown. Okay, back left's lit up. Call it out. Back left, back left, back left, back left. Okay, and everybody's running here. To close the door, you'll be shooting these contraptions on the right side. You'll be able to see it a little bit better once it's in a run because this area will be lit up. I will explain more as we go on here. So this is going to be a full run so you can see everything in action. We're splitting up into 3 teams of 2. 2 middle, 2 right, 2 left. We're designating throwers for each of those respected sides. I'm going to be throwing for left, and other teammates are going to be throwing for middle and right. So Vasek is spawning in. Once he spawns in, ads will begin to spawn as well. Again, have your highest light people in the middle. I'm going to stop talking for a second so you can hear the audio cue of charges. You heard that loud ring. That's signifying that the charges are dropping. I'm giving my teammates a 3, 2, 1, go countdown, and we are throwing all at the same time, hitting relatively at the same time. Once we do that, ads will keep spawning. Now we need to be on the lookout for a monitor. I'm calling out, letting my teammates know, okay, look out for monitor, call it out when you see it. Bottom right, there's the symbol, and it goes really quick because we are team shotting it. So we got the monitor down. Okay, so that's the first part of this initial phase. Next, we're going to have 3 more charges come in. Just listen for the loud ring. You also have the visual cue on your screen. You'll be able to see when it's coming if you don't hear the ring necessarily. Ads will be spawning obviously throughout this entire time. Here come charges again, giving my teammates another 3, 2, 1, go. We're throwing nearly at the same time, hitting all 3 charges close together. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Next up is monitor again, so we need to be lookout on monitor. Monitor is top right, teammates giving out a call. We all focus on that. You don't need to all focus on that. You only really need 2 to 3 people to shoot it. But if you are low light, you're going to want as many people focused on shooting it as possible. With the third wave, you will have these captains spawn, and these dudes are a pain in the ass. So if you can have an offensive super take care of them, or have one person with a sword on each side, a 3, 2, 1 call is going again, and his shield is now down. Now we can rotate middle. And we're doing as much damage as we can. Get your G-horns out, your sleeper simulants, your snipers, whatever it may be. Hunters, use your tethers. Titans, if you got weapons of light, pop. Then you'll get an audio cue just like regular Siva charges, and these are the big boys. They do 100 thou wow. I'm telling my teammate, I'll get left charge, you get right. And now we're going to throw these and Siva density critical. And our teammate on the right side called out, okay, back right, and you see it's all lit up in orange. Now we're running back here. And you need to shoot this contraption on the right side of the door. They're on the right of every single door to shut the door. You get 10 to 12 seconds to reach a door. You have more time than you think. You will feel rushed. If you do not shut your door in time, you will be killed, and it is a wipe. After that, you rotate back to your side, and we're doing the same thing. 3 charges, monitor. 3 charges, monitor. 3 charges, rotate for damage. Now, if you do miss a Siva charge throw, which I think we do later in this run, but not at this very second, that's perfectly fine. If you do miss, you're just going to have to keep doing the charges, monitor, until his shield is fully down, and then you can rotate to middle to do damage. Again, we're looking for monitor because we just did the Siva charges. Taking it out, top right, and then we were focusing back on ads. Just a suggestion for that third wave of ads when the splicer captains do spawn, try to have somebody on each side with an offensive super. So I'm saving my tether for the boss when we're doing damage. This teammate with me on the left, he's rocking a sword, and he's going to use his sniper rifle to do damage on the boss, and I can help with Galahorn shot if he is overwhelmed. Our teammate in the middle, I believe, was using hammers, and our teammate on the right was using his Stormcaller to take out the Splicer Captain. They are pretty tough, and they can get very annoying. You could also use a shotgun for them, but I would highly suggest having a sniper rifle on because snipers do a ton of damage to Vosik. So we just took out another monitor. We're going to have 3 more Siva charges come down. Hopefully we hit all 3, so then we can rotate to middle to do more damage. Here comes the captain with wave 3, like he always does. Teammate takes him out quickly with the sword. Here come charges. I'm giving another 3, 2, 1, go call. If these all hit, we will be rotating mid, and they all hit. So you see my teammate on the right, they threw that a little late. Again, like I said, if it's, a few seconds, 1 to 2 seconds, that's perfectly fine. But if you're like 10 seconds late, it's not going to count. So we're just going ham. The big boys are going to spawn. I'm telling my teammate, I'll take front, you take back. You need to focus on hitting these. These are 100,000 damage, okay? You need to hit these. Teammates calling, we're going to back left. Okay, we're going back left now. We're going back left. The second that this thing blinks red, you need to start shooting it because that's giving you the countdown. So star blinked red. Okay, we shot it in time. So that kind of gives you an indication. It will blink that yellow-orange, and the second you see it blink red for that first time, you have to shoot. If somebody's left behind, they're left behind. This is normal right now. You'll be able to pick them up, but on hard, you're not going to be able to do that. Okay, with the third phase of damage, you're going to have shanks spawn, and shanks are super annoying. You're going to have exploding shanks, and those are going to get you killed. So you got to be aware of your surroundings because those things will sneak up on you and blow you up. Shanks will spawn so you won't have dregs or anything anymore. You will still have captains though on that third little wave, but it's just going to be shanks and exploding shanks until that third wave. So we just got our first monitor. We've already done the first 3 charges. We'll have to do 3 more charges, monitor, 3 more charges, hopefully all 9 hit, rotate to middle for damage. And once the charges come, you don't have to rush up right away. It's not like they drop and literally disappear in 1 second. So if you need to clear it out, maybe there's some exploder shanks or captain, just let your teammates know like, hey, I got to get a couple seconds before I can get up there. Again, it is crucial that you throw relatively at the same time. So for like the shanks phase, the middle people are going to have a harder time getting to theirs right away. The left and right sides, they'll have an easier time getting up to their Siva charges during the shank phase, whereas the middle team, you know, they might have to grab theirs in the midst of exploding shanks. So you might have to give that middle team a little bit more time to get to their charge, but just coordinate that and communicate like, yo, dude, give me a couple seconds, and then move up for the charges. And I'm again giving my teammates a 3, 2, 1, go. So this would have been the final 3, but our middle team missed a throw. So that just gives you an example. So we have to do another wave of ads, which is perfectly fine. It just prolongs the fight. So if somebody chokes, don't panic. Don't worry. It's okay. You're just going to have to deal with a little bit more ads, but it's not too bad. And don't forget about monitors, man. That thing sneaks up on you. So after you throw those charges, you got to get back. After about 10, 12 seconds, call that out. Look out for monitor. Look out for monitor. And the monitor goes quick. It does not give you that much time to shoot it out. So you have to be right on top of it and have people ready to go, ready to take it out. Okay, here we go. These are the last 3 charges. And you'll be able to tell when you get his shield down because all the TV monitors will be lit up with symbols. And there are, you know, the whole back wall is going to be crazy here. You can see it's all going crazy in the back right there. So we got a tether. You know, I'm telling the teammates, let's finish him here. Let's finish him here. Nobody even look for door. Just use all your heavy. As I choke that frickin' bow. And yeah, we're going to finish him here. We didn't even really need the big bombs at all. And there you go. It's not very hard of a fight. It's just getting the mechanics down and communicating well. Throwing the 3 bombs, moving back, TVs. Throwing the 3 bombs, moving back, TVs. Throwing the 3 bombs. Hopefully all of them had hit, all 9. Shield is down, rotate to mid. Weapons alight, Night Stalker, do damage. Then you're going to have to rotate to either back left, back right, front left, or front right door. Go in there, shoot the door closed, survive, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Hopefully this video was helpful and helps you get it done. Have a good one, guys. See ya.